Hi guys, and welcome to episode number 48 of Position of the Day. Today we will have again a different episode since I would like to share the philosophy of the cube, how the cube ownership matters, and how does it actually affect the checker plays. So first, normal question as I always ask, how would you play 5-4 in a money game on this position? You're 10 pips behind before the roll and you've got 5-4 to play. So let me know down below in the comments what would you have played, and pause the video now so you can think about the answer. And now I'm going to share the answer as well as some philosophy regarding the cube placement. So looking at this 5-4, we could see 2 or 3 options. We can already eliminate one where we should just decide immediately whether it's worth it for us to play 24-20. With many implications, we will just find out that playing 24-20 is needed. I mean, there's just no way we do anything else but 24-20. So we need to step up because, well, if we don't, what's happening? Like, we break the 9 point, we break the 8 point, what's happening? I mean, what can we play in the next throw, right? We need a checker to play with. That's the first thing. We need to escape. That's what's happening, right? So playing 24-20 should be like ABC. And now you can say, well, the 5 seems obvious. I mean, 5 is just coming out, right? But if we think about it, and the way we always think about it is risk-reward, right? And what are we actually rewarding and what are we risking? Well, the risk is pretty obvious. We have to define that the race is close. The race is basically the same, right? This is a racing position. I mean, we hope that it will turn out into the race. And so every time we get hit, we lose a lot in value of race, in our shape will just be very bad regarding the race, right? Because we will lose a lot of pips since he will just send us back. So we are risking a lot at this point. And I will mention that later. And if we don't get hit, what did we gain? Well, basically the only thing we gain is the structure, because the alternative is to play 6-1, and well, we don't really need the board right now. The main thing is the race, right? So after a lot of analysis, well, not even a lot of analysis, after the simple implication, we can figure out that 6-1 is actually the best move, okay, after the stepping on. And we can see that this is just like a 40 mistake, which is pretty big, I would say. And now there's going to be one factor which I will say, and that's what if we own the cube? If we own the cube, then the mistake is basically nothing. Then it's basically the same thing. And the reason what we are actually feeling also, what we can be feeling, is that if we run with the cube in the middle, there are many scenarios where we just get hit, we dance, and he will just cube us out after a few moves. So we will lose a lot of equity with the cube in the middle when we get hit, because we will find ourselves in a bad shape, and we can just lose a lot of equity when he gives us the cube. Although if the cube is already given and we escape, we will never lose that equity because we've already taken the cube, so we will always play the game until the end. So it will not happen what would happen a lot of times if the cube is in the middle, that we get hit. Let's say he rolls 2-4, we stay on the bar, and later on somehow it will get into, let's say this position, yeah, whatever. And let's say if the cube is in the middle, now he would cube and we would have to pass, right? And we would not be happy about that since we've still got 20%. So this is why we would like to avoid this on the first place if the cube is in the middle, because we just lose even more like that. This is like a rare case. I mean, you can see that it didn't change the best play. It's just an interesting thing to notice And it's a good thing to understand so we can perceive the cube like from the right direction, yeah? So if we would have escaped with 5-4 in this position, we just get a lot into a position where he hits us and we will be given the cube in the not such a nice time. So that's why the difference of the mistakes, and hope that makes sense. So best play 24-20 and 6-1 because of the risk reward calculations and just the idea of it. Yeah, I mean, we don't need to do any calculations, right? We can just look at it and say, okay, we risk a lot, we don't gain almost anything, and there we go. That's the right play. Let's keep it simple and have a good day.
Would you like to get better, but you are not sure where to start? Backgammon Coaching offers you 3 options on how to get better. First, we just published a 6-hour backgammon course about all parts of the game for intermediate and advanced players to improve. Second, you can get an individual online lesson with me. Third, analysis of your matches. Get your answers, good and clear explanations to improve your game from the Grandmaster. For more information, check out our website backgammoncoaching.com.